Hey everyone, it's Victoria. Today I'm going to be exposing your wrestling hot takes. I asked you guys last week on Instagram, X, and TikTok to share with me some of your wrestling hot takes. Thank you guys so much for responding with so many hot takes. I only picked a few from each platform. If you guys want a part 2 to this video, let me know down below, and if you want me to expose my hot takes in a future video, let me know as well. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell so you never miss another video, and follow me at It's Victoria Daisy everywhere you can find me. Okay, I've got my iPad with me and I have all your responses. We're gonna start with the responses I got on Instagram. Now, all of this is open to WWE and AEW, so we're gonna be getting some in regards to both companies, and the first one is actually about AEW. Also, I have everybody's username and profile picture crossed off just for safety reasons because I don't need anybody getting harassed in their DMs. Okay, so the first one says MJF versus Pac versus Garcia versus Ospreay should be the match at Wembley. Now guys, All In at Wembley Stadium is coming up very soon, August 25th, and I could not be more excited. But I'm gonna be honest, I definitely have to disagree with this hot take, and that's why it's a hot take. I personally really want to see Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland for the AEW World Championship, especially because Will Ospreay just lost his current championship, so I think it could be Will's time. But I also really don't want to see Swerve lose his championship just yet. The next hot take says, I feel like we are never going to know what was in the box that The Rock gave to Cody. So if you remember, right after WrestleMania, The Rock kind of said his farewell for a little bit. We know he's going to be back soon. And with SummerSlam right around the corner, he could come back. But I don't know when he's done filming his movie, but I do think Roman is coming back at SummerSlam. Anyways, you guys remember The Rock gave Cody something very secretive. They didn't let the audience know what it was. And still to this day, we have no clue what it was. I'll insert the clip right here.
Cody Rhodes, there's one last thing before the final boss rides off into the sunset. I have something to give you. No fireworks. Give me your hand. You don't even have to open your hand to know what this is.
But yeah, honestly, I have no idea what he gave him. There have been so many theories across all of social media since that happened. I think a really big speculation was Roman's necklace, the Samoan, I'm not sure what it's called, but that also wouldn't make any sense, so I don't get that theory. Some people thought it was the Rolex, but he got that right after his match at WrestleMania, so I'm really confused. I still have no idea. I hope that's a loose end that they tie when he comes back and they let us know what he gave him. If not, it's a mystery. Okay, the next hot take I actually super agree with. This is touching a little bit on what I said before, and that is Roman and The Rock will return to SummerSlam, and then we will get Bloodline Civil War at Survivor Series. Now, I think we all can be in agreement that we want this. So the day I'm filming this video, SummerSlam is next weekend, August 3rd, and I truly think Roman will return that day. They have been teasing it for so long, and I'm so confident that that's when it's gonna happen. Also, when are we getting Jimmy back? They have literally teased it so many times. There's been so many perfect opportunities and we still have yet to get him. Now, The Rock, though, I don't know if we'll get him at SummerSlam. Bash in Berlin is a few weeks after SummerSlam, so we could get him then. I'm not really sure, but I definitely do agree with this hot take. I would love to see a Civil War at Survivor Series. Okay, the next one says CM Punk should have main evented WrestleMania. Guys, I don't know how many times I have to say this. No! Cody Rhodes was most definitely supposed to be the main event for WrestleMania 40 this year. I understand that this past year at the Royal Rumble, it was down to Cody and CM Punk in that ring. I was there. I'll link the vlog down below. I will have to agree when I say I thought CM Punk was gonna win. I was like, there is no way Cody's winning 2 years in a row, but lo and behold, he did, and I'm so happy they went that route. Now, if you saw the behind the curtain documentary that WWE had posted on their YouTube channel recently, I'll link that down below as well. They talked about how they had to pivot a lot in this storyline because the fans wanted Cody in that main event. They wanted him to win the WWE Championship, and he did. So I actually disagree with this hot take. Now, the next one is definitely a troller, and someone said AEW would never be competition to WWE. One thing I will never understand is why AEW gets the hate it does. It really doesn't deserve it. Yeah, they're not WWE, but they are such a good company with so many good talents. I will die on a hill defending AEW to the day I die. Now, I'm not saying I pick AEW over WWE, but why can't we enjoy both? We're the fans. We can enjoy both, plus TNA, plus all the indies. Like, why do we have to choose? I honestly think that AEW gives WWE a run for their money, and that's why it's so good right now. Come for me if you want, unsubscribe, I don't care, it's the truth. AEW is a phenomenal company. I love Tony Khan, I love all their talent, and if you haven't watched AEW, I highly suggest you give it a try. And go in with an open mind. Like, literally, there's nothing to hate on. They're literally so good. All right, and the last hot take from Instagram that I received is probably one of the funniest ones. I don't even know if I consider it a hot take, but someone just says Snoop Dogg will appear. Hey, I will never say no to a Snoop Dogg appearance. I love Snoop Dogg. I think this would be great. He appeared at WrestleMania 39, if I'm not mistaken, and who knows, maybe we'll see him again soon. All right, the next few hot takes are from my TikTok comment section. The first one says, Joe Hendry is way overrated. The Drew/Punk storyline is getting old. Okay, so this is like a two-parter. But the first being, Joe Hendry is way overrated. No, he's not. Like, do you know who Joe Hendry is? Joe Hendry is the definition of a sports entertainer. Yeah, he might not be the most technical in the ring, but you know what? The fans love him and he's so over right now, it's not even funny. He has slowly become one of my favorite wrestlers solely for the purpose of that he is just so much fun. The second part to this hot take is that the Drew McIntyre CM Punk storyline is getting old. I have to disagree with this. I love Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, and I think this is only the beginning of this storyline. I think they have so much potential to go so much further with this. I think it is so funny, and the day I'm filming this, July 22nd, CM Punk is returning to Monday Night Raw, so the storyline is definitely going to progress. I'm so excited for what they have in store. Plus, they are all intertwined with the Damian Priest story and Seth Rollins, and there's just so much going on. Okay, the next hot take says, I like Solo and this bloodline. I have to disagree with this so much. Hey, I can't knock anybody. Like, I think the members of the Bloodline 2.0, I think they're great, but nothing compares to the OG Bloodline. Like Roman, the Usos, Sami Zayn, the honorary Us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't take any of that away. It was such a historical time in professional wrestling, and I am interested to see, like one of the hot takes said earlier, I would love Roman and Rock to come back for a Civil War at Survivor Series. I think that would be so awesome to have Bloodline versus Bloodline 2.0. But yeah, I definitely have to disagree with this one. Okay, the next one says Drew McIntyre winning Money in the Bank and lost it immediately, and wrong person to win Money in the Bank. I have to semi-agree with this. I definitely do think Drew McIntyre was the wrong person for the job. I would have much rather Jey Uso win because I needed him to get a title reign before the Bloodline gets back together, more specifically the Usos. I'm definitely not happy with the way that it played out and how the storyline is going so far with the whole Money in the Bank situation, because I think him cashing in that same night and then not winning anything was pretty pointless, and I think Jey Uso would have benefited from it a lot more, but what can we do? I am very happy with Tiffany Stratton winning though. You guys know that she was my pick if you saw my preview video, so I'm very happy about that. Okay, the next hot take says Lyra can be boring. She's a great wrestler, but her promos and character can be lackluster. I kind of have to agree with this. I love Lyra Valkyria. I think she's honestly phenomenal. I got to see the majority of her NXT run, and she's absolutely great, and I love some of the work that she's been doing on the main roster. But I do have to agree that some of her promos and her character is lackluster. Sometimes I try not to blame the person themselves, because you know what, WWE gives them only so much, and yes, it is up to them to take it and run with it, but if WWE is not giving them much, I mean, what can they really do? I am very not happy with the fact that she was paired with Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. I think that's their names. Not very happy about that. But yes, I do think she's a very phenomenal wrestler, and she definitely has ways to grow, but I think she'll get there in time. Okay, next one is Bo Dallas is doing his best work in WWE right now, and I 1000% agree. I love Bo Dallas. I loved him when I was a kid. I thought he was so funny. Ever since I was little, I've always been a huge fan of Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family, and even now as I'm older, so it's super cool to see his brother carrying on his legacy now through the Wyatt Six. So yes, I 100% agree. I think Bo Dallas is doing some of his best work, and I think it's only going up from here. Okay, next, someone said Damian should beat Gunther at SummerSlam, and I 1000% agree with this. Why does Gunther need another title reign right now? He just doesn't. I'm sorry, he doesn't. Damian is having, honestly, the best reign he's ever had, literally with any championship, and ooh, I have a hot take of my own, but I'll save that for the next video. That's why, guys, let me know down below if you want to see me expose my hot takes, because I just had a fire one, but I'm not going to share it now, because you guys obviously have to let me know if you want to see it. But I 1000% agree, Damian must retain at SummerSlam, like, hello? Okay, next one says, Roxanne Perez is not as good as everyone makes her out to be. She is not the best in WWE. She's not even the best at NXT. And guys, I 1000% agree with this. If you saw my Royal Rumble reaction videos, you can tell by my face, I don't like Roxanne Perez. 3, 2, 1. Now, she's not the worst wrestler alive, but she's definitely not near good at all. You guys love to defend her for what I do not know. Her promos make me cringe, and in the ring, this girl's always botching.
Perez, Roxanne, gonna fly.
Into the club.
Not to be outdone for the 4th time.
To then win a fatal 4-way to earn yourself an NXT Women's Championship opportunity at NXT Vengeance Day.
Like, it's actually embarrassing sometimes. Yes, I know I'm not a professional wrestler to be able to judge her like that, but when you've been watching for over 10 years, I mean, girl. All right, the next few hot takes are from some of my followers on X/Twitter. Someone said the present WWE product would not be as hot as it is if AEW didn't exist. If there was no AEW right now, the WWE product would be just as bad, if not worse, than it was in the late 2010s. I would have to agree with this, honestly. I already know a lot of people are gonna get mad at me for saying this, but it's the honest truth. Do you remember, like, 2019? Exactly. 2019 was a year. 2019 was a year, and that's when I kind of took a break from watching wrestling because it was getting horrific. I think 2018 through 2020 was definitely probably the worst time for WWE. I literally stopped watching altogether from like COVID year. I think like 2 years I didn't watch wrestling because it was that bad. Now, before that, it was great. I mean, that's what I grew up on, and now it's absolutely phenomenal. But I do have to agree, like I said earlier, AEW gives WWE a run for their money. And like I said, AEW is absolutely phenomenal. And I think this competition is amazing because as the fans, we get to receive 2 amazing products with so many great talents. But I do have to agree that WWE is at their best right now solely because they have competition like AEW because of how good they are. And I just think as the fans, we benefit so much from it. Okay, the next one says, I'm predicting Tatum Paxley will be a champion either in NXT or main roster within the next few years. And I have to agree with this. I love Tatum Paxley. I think the work she's doing right now in NXT is absolutely phenomenal. And I definitely do think she deserves a championship. I definitely can see her acquiring the Women's North American Championship. I think that would be a great fit for her, or even the NXT Women's Championship. But yeah, I think she has a very bright future and I love all the work she's doing right now. Okay, and the final hot take for this video is a very big hot take. Someone says there is way too much wrestling on TV weekly to watch both companies. No casual fan is going to watch wrestling 5 days a week. I highly disagree with this. I personally love the fact that I get to watch wrestling every single day. Wrestling is a huge part of my life. As you guys know, I make videos about it all the time. And I love that every night there is something new to watch. Whether it's Raw, NXT, Dynamite, SmackDown, Rampage, Collision, pay-per-views, etc. It is a highlight for me to be able to end my day and watch wrestling. And as far as the casual fan thing goes, I honestly think it's not that big of a deal because if you're saying you're a casual fan, you're not going to be watching every single day. Unless you are, and then you just become a super fan. But yeah, I definitely do think people like to make a big deal about everything, and it's honestly not that big of a deal. Like, every single person has their own life and can decide if they want to watch every day or not, and we shouldn't make people feel bad for doing that. Like, it definitely is hard sometimes when your schedules conflict with wrestling. Like, honestly, there have been times where I can't watch wrestling that night because we're doing something and it's honestly not that big of a deal. And sometimes we miss shows and sometimes we don't, and I don't know, I think it's stupid to make a big deal out of it. All right, well, those were all of the hot takes that I received from Instagram, TikTok, X. I thank you guys so much for sending them. I had so much fun reading through them and discussing them with you guys. If you guys want to see a part 2 to this video, let me know down below. And if you guys want to see me expose my hot takes, let me know in the comments as well. I have so much fun wrestling content coming within the next month. I'm actually going to 2 shows in August back to back. I'm going to a SmackDown and a live event, like a house show, and I'm so excited. So a vlog will be coming for that later in August, plus all my PLE previews and just other fun videos, plus all my theme park videos. So if you guys are into theme parks, I also make videos about that all the time. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell so you never miss another video, and follow me at It's Victoria Daisy everywhere you can find me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!